It's there we go. Now we're live. What up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing a great one here. We got a little debate again. As same as last time. Got same people too. So say what up, y'all.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
Y'all don't
I
know
don't even need to say anything. I'm here every single stream.
Max. You're whatever. You're basic.
For real.
So we got the debate going again. So let me retry. Let me reshare the screen and get the entire screen going up here so we can um let me there it goes. Sweet. Alrighty. Well, I would like to start off with the topic. This has kind of been my entire idea of this entire thing, but we're gonna start
Like a
by
theme.
the theme of it. We're gonna start by ranking every single generation of the Camaro.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So, and
I don't even remember.
Alright.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember all the gens.
I know I'm putting it up right now.
All right, cool.
And we can also do this with my entire idea is literally doing this with every single car. So Corvettes, Mustangs, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to elect first? Does anyone stand out here?
Let me quickly go to your stream.
I have one decent one popped up on screen.
Just ranking the generations, right?
Sorry.
Or the
Yeah.
Okay,
ranking
so-
the
individual years.
Yes, we're starting from like least to greatest.
Ooh.
Least fourth.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Just, hold on. We're gonna go
Easy.
round. We're gonna go person to person. We can't say anything. So like I'll say mine, and then someone will say theirs, and then we finish everybody's, and then we'll be like, okay,
Well,
disagree with your.
Then we'll start debating.
Yeah. So
All right, cool.
I'm putting, this was a tough time for a lot of cars. The fourth generation of this. This thing looks like a catfish. I mean, dog.
It does.
I think we can all agree on this. That's a catfish.
Yeah.
I mean, have you
It's a
seen any?
catfish.
It's hideous.
This is my second least favorite. Ooh, this is tough.
Just go in order from worst to best.
It's the same era. I gotta go with third. Just because we have some banger ones on here. We got some good ones. I'm gonna go with, and then my middle, right? Yeah, middle. I'm gonna go with number 6. The newest one. Okay, just a bit, bland.
Ooh,
And then we're gonna go 1, 2, and then number 5. So I'm thinking number 5 is the coolest one, just because you got that 2000 era, and it just. I mean, don't get me wrong, the classic ones are super cool, but like I don't know, man, that number 5. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the headlights.
The 5th gen is like peak.
And I quickly say your order is fourth, third, and then from worst to best, it's fourth, third, first, second, first, second. Wait, no.
It goes 4th, 3rd. Here,
Sixth.
I can even write this down.
I think you said sixth.
Yeah,
Didn't you?
mine goes 4th, 3rd, 6th, 1st, 2nd, 5th.
So
that's
Okay.
my
Can I just
opinion.
can I just say? I just want to say one thing. This is hard. This is really hard because I love all of these. There's a couple here that I want to rank really high, but I can't. It's really hard. I just got to say that.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
Go
I
ahead.
think
I haven't figured out mine yet.
I'll go.
Okay.
All right.
So can you go back to that previous image?
Prefer this way.
That one, yeah. Okay, so my order will be from worst to best, 4th bottom. Next, bit controversial, but I go 2nd gen.
Ooh.
I'm not.
No,
I don't really like the
no,
grill.
no.
Hey,
But-
not to bad.
hold it, ladies, ladies, hold it together, hold it together.
It's okay if he says that though. Just no debating, but you can have reactions.
Hold on. All right.
Second gen is my second worst.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would go with the sixth.
6.
It's alright. Then I go third
Oh,
because I actually kind of dig the third generation. And
Continue.
yeah, you go.
then first, and then the fifth.
So then first, then fifth. Okay. Who's next? I'm trying not to react right now.
Anthony, go ahead. I want to go last. Mine's gonna be the most controversial, I think.
I doubt it.
God,
Hey,
trust me.
let me just go fast. So worst, obviously fourth.
Yeah.
Then I'd go sixth,
Yep.
then third,
Okay.
then fifth, then first, then second.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. I see a lot
Second's the best.
going on here. Max, you said yours is gonna be controversial, so let's see. Is it? Will it be?
Yeah, you can hate me. I personally have like a couple of these cars I personally love. All right, this is where it's gonna get. I think the most controversial.
Speak.
Okay, well,
Okay.
just based on this is mainly based on looks. I'm not going by like technology or like power, but
I thought that's what we were
First-
going on in the first place.
It's
so-
just what. It's just no. It's just whatever. You could.
It's just
It could
kind of the
be
general
look.
car.
yeah.
It's just how you
Yeah.
exactly rank them. I ranked.
Yeah.
I ranked them. I don't care as much about power in this situation. I just care about looks. For this,
Neither do I.
for
I'm
this
just
part.
kind of going off base looks. Yeah.
But it could be
Alright.
power for you, etc. Could be whatever. It's just whatever you.
Yeah, I thought we were going off looks anyway. So
All
It's just whatever you
so
want.
I'll go
Sleepy.
fourth, sixth, fifth,
Hold on,
third,
hold on.
second,
Fourth.
first.
6. Slow down.
Fourth, sixth, fifth, third, second, first.
3rd, 2nd, 1st. Okay. All right. So I definitely see a
That's
trend.
That's not controversial.
That's not
Nice.
that bad.
Thank you, Anthony.
That's not that bad. We all agree.
I mean, okay. I thought it was gonna be controversial between like Ben and Cooper, but between me and Anthony, it's not gonna be controversial.
I don't think it's that controversial. I mean, those old ones.
no, it's not that bad.
I don't think third. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like the third one's cool, but it's just I don't know. It's not that.
It looks boring. I know.
It's just boring.
It's just medium, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a good solid middle.
It's okay.
You know.
I like it because I'm just gonna elaborate. Like I really liked it because they had a T top, and that was kind of the cool thing at the time. Like I talked to my father. That was one of the cars that he wanted. So like I'm not saying that like that I have really personal connection to the car, but I think it's really cool. Like I've seen a bunch on the road, and they're somewhat basic, but I still think they stand and like hold up. I feel like they're pretty iconic. Like you either think that's like a Mazda, or you think that's like the IROC Z, which it's just iconic. Not many people recognize how like kind of well
So
known it is. And then
A
the fifth is
Mazda.
just there's like a certain whatever.
hold
There's
on,
like a
hold on.
certain
I would like to go back when Cooper said you put the second generation in second to last, and Anthony reacted. What are your thoughts on this, boys? I want to hear this. I want to hear Anthony's thoughts on this one.
So you would say the second generation's looks is worse than like the third? I mean,
Yes.
that's kind of
Elaborate here,
Actually,
boys.
Yes.
Elaborate here.
I
Oh,
don't like the front end.
I love this. I love
through
this second.
some of the Wikipedia page for the second generation kind of mid, but like just look at the 71, 72, 73. They all look pretty good.
Mm,
I just
actually
don't like
love
the
this
front
second.
end.
You don't like the V-shaped grill?
I don't.
It grew
No,
on
I
me.
don't.
Oh, okay. I think what does it for me
It
is
can look
I've
good at
seen it-
times, but I think the headlights do kind of ruin it. But I still like it much more than the
For-
3. 3 has way too much Japanese influence, personally.
I could agree with
Yeah,
that.
it does.
That's what
does
I love
generally
about
look
it,
like that. I think the 3 is underrated though.
I
I
think
won't lie. Just
I
just in
think three
general. 'Cause I
is a good one, but it's just compared to the other ones, it's a good middle. You know, it's
I won't lie. I think the fifth. I'm just gonna say. I think the fifth is cool. Like it's
I
the
just
whole
look it just looks cool.
Iron Man thing, but I just don't care for it as much as the
Yeah,
older ones. I think the older ones. I just think look.
I
I
can
just think
honestly
the older ones are
I can honestly, in
cooler.
my opinion, put the fifth generation in third, and then just put and then go. But I don't
Mhm.
know the opinion. I love the classics, but mine I think how mine ranked. So I think
Yeah, I love the fifth gen.
the fifth gen's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
think
it's pretty cool.
we can move on to Mustang since it's popped up right off to the screen here. I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
Which one?
I'll let you guys have a
and
second.
there-
I'll let you guys have a
We
second.
need the 7th gen.
yeah, well,
Okay,
yeah,
let me
include
get-
the 7th gen,
let me
the
pop it
S650.
up.
Yeah, pull the S650 off to the side of that.
And isn't there another gen of Camaro or not?
That one. Here we go.
Yeah, there is, but that one's pretty crap as well. So I think it'd go near the
Yeah.
bottom. The new generation of Camaro is just crap.
Could we work with this guy right here on screen?
Let me.
There's this guy,
Yeah, I'd say so. That's fine.
or okay, that's the older gen. Is there no one? I just want a picture with the new Mustang. Guess that's gonna have to work. Okay. Who wants to start it out? Who wants to start it out? This is gonna be very controversial. Just how many there are right here. I gotta think really quick. Hold on, I gotta think about this.
Quick question: is the 2016 and the 2020 both S550s?
Yeah, there are two S550s, the
Yeah.
facelift and the non-facelift.
Which you can
Okay.
you
there's
can
not there's really not much difference between the base Mustang GT between those two generations, right? I don't think there really is.
There is a few differences. The taillights are completely different.
In what
And,
ways?
the one's like kind of 3D, kind of has the like the 3D effect, and then the others, the headlights are completely different, and I think the bumpers are different too.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, sucks that we can't get like side
I know.
comparison, but it's fine.
We can
Um,
oh there we go. So
by all means.
this is the actual generations of it.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
That work?
Yeah. All right. Should I?
I think
Can I start?
I think I got let me
Yeah, there's both. Yes, that actually doesn't have.
I need to write mine down really quick just because
550.
I remember.
Yeah, I can tell just by looking. I
Okay, so-
think. Are we going worst to best again?
Worst to best again. Hold on, I
Okay.
gotta write this down. This is a tough one.
Okay, I have mine. So yeah, I'll let you guys.
Let me finish.
Once you guys are ready. Yeah, once you guys figure out yours, then I'll go ahead and go first. We'll do reverse order this time. I finished off last, and then it went Anthony. Then
started it.
it'll
I started it, so
yes.
Max goes first.
It'd be me,
Ooh, wait, this
Anthony,
is tough.
Cooper, Ben.
I need. Ooh. I mean. Ooh. Hold on. Okay, I'm flipping these around. No, wait. Do I?
I got it.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Are you dialed in, Anthony? With your.
I think I'm ready.
Yeah, pretty sure.
All right.
Alrighty.
Let's start.
Ladies
all right, let's
first.
start it off. Yep. Okay, that's crazy.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I gotta get these ones out of the way. I'm just gonna go third, second, and fourth. Those are gonna be fairly controversial, but
Ooh.
so be it. Then I'm gonna go. I think I'm going.
Ooh, I don't like that one.
Just off base Mustang GT. I think I go sixth, then seventh. I prefer the new Mustang GT, and then I'll go fifth, and then my number one will be first.
So sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
So it goes third, second, fourth, sixth, seventh, fifth, first.
Okay. So third, sixth, seventh, fifth, and first.
Third, second, fourth, sixth, seventh, fifth, first.
Gotcha. All right.
Yep. All right, it's all you, Anthony.
Okay, so the worst is fourth, third, then fifth, or yeah, fifth. Then second, sixth, seventh, first. First is first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, I like this.
I can sort of agree.
All right,
Alright.
Cooper.
All right, so my way is gonna go. So obviously second.
Okay.
Mustang 2 was the absolute worst generation on the Mustang.
Okay. I like
Um,
Fair.
and then it's gonna go the first,
Oh,
uh,
that. Ooh.
then the fourth, third,
Alrighty. Sorry, Cooper. Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
uh,
are you writing them all
first.
down?
it's the second,
Second, first.
then first,
Gotcha.
then fourth,
Okay.
then third,
Okay.
then sixth,
Okay.
seventh, and then fifth.
Wow. Okay. Dang, that was a tough one. All right, my turn. We're gonna go second, third, sixth, fifth, fourth, seventh, first.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Let me repeat that. Second, third, sixth, fifth, fourth, seventh, first.
Why do you rate fourth so high?
I was actually about to ask the same
Fourth,
question.
in my
kinda
opinion, is
curious.
growing on me. I can even debate putting fifth over fourth, but I don't know, man. We've been seeing a few of those at the car shows recently,
I love Fox
and it's
Buddies.
convincing me a
It's not
little
the Fox
bit.
Body.
Wait, fourth?
Yeah, fourth. It's the like Terminator Cobra. Like those Terminator
Oh yeah,
Cobras are cool,
I
but
like
Yeah.
I like the fourth.
yeah,
I
I think
think
the fourth is
so. Cooper,
okay.
Cooper,
I'm curious
Three-
about the first. Yeah, Cooper, what's
three,
your?
three people, 3 out of 4 said first is first. Why do you put it
Yeah.
in?
I'm just not a big fan of old muscle cars, like old
Yeah.
muscle cars.
Yeah,
Oh,
this could be heartbreaking
Ooh.
for
It
Anthony.
just doesn't. It doesn't.
that
Just
is a no.
doesn't.
That is a blow, man.
It just doesn't
Yeah.
tickle my love bone.
Do you not like the looks of them, or what? I mean,
Funny
like
way
you
to
may
say it.
not. I just like. Do you not like the looks? I'm curious, or is it just like the engines? Like,
It's
what about them?
just. It looks alright. It's just like I don't know. It's just. I'm not a. Just does. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It just doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say,
It
like, going off
doesn't.
looks. I think the first gen is beating everything by a country mile. Like, I don't think there's. I think the gap for me between like my first and my second, like that between that gen, I think I said the fifth is second. The gap there is huge, like enormous. I think there's like the first gen. I think that's actually one of the best looking cars ever created.
I
Like
mean
you
it.
take
It's
into account.
cool.
I mean, like
But
the base Mustang was kind of at the time because I had like that straight six, which not many people really liked.
I just
like the jelly suspension, but like the GT500 and like the GT, like the Shelby generations that came out, and like the kind of updated of that generation were some of the coolest cars ever built, in my
I'm just-
opinion.
so Anthony, hold on. I'm curious about you put fourth and last. Why?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm just curious.
It
Of your
just,
thought
looks,
process.
it just looks too road traffic-y. It doesn't look Mustang enough. That's basically it. It doesn't look sporty enough.
Yeah.
That's kind of fair. It does look kind of base. Like the only
Neither
thing
does
it
the
has is like the.
Neither does the Mustang 2.
No, it's true.
Yeah. The
Okay,
Mustang
I
two is- I think it's.
It still gives Mustang though. It still
It
gives
sucks.
sport.
Yeah, the Mustang. I feel like I prefer Mustang 2 over Fox Body. Believe it or not, I don't think the Fox Body's that cool.
I don't know about that.
I think Fox
Like,
Bodies are.
Like half the Mustang 2 generation kind of sucked, but like the other
Yeah.
half is fine.
I don't know where the other thing.
I
Went.
don't,
Oh my god.
and
There we
I
go.
do not think Fox Bodies are
I
that cool. Like, don't. There's definitely
I
like
never
I think
really
the
liked
reason
the
why they're
Fox
popular
bodies
now.
either.
Yeah, the reason why I think they're popular now is just because people realize like, oh, it's cheap and like you can easily work on them and stuff, and it's like an older car, so again, it's just cheap, decently cheap parts. They mass produce them, so that's why they're kind of popping up at shows and everything now. People are like swapping in modern Mustang engines into them, so people are kind of realizing like, yeah, there's good potential, like it's a good base. But I feel like besides that, like not like even I talked to everybody. I talked to a lot of people who actually grew up with those, and they all like a lot of people actually also hate on them
They
because
just
they just
never-
were kind of
They
weren't
never really
Mustangs.
just looked cool. Like if I saw one on the road today, I would have just been like, oh, like whatever.
I guess they're unique, but like not they're. I feel like they're unique, but not in necessarily a good way.
Yeah. So I like how we could agree that second and third are pretty low. We all agreed on that.
Yeah.
Man, that was an
Also,
interesting one.
yeah, I'm surprised that so many people how many people ranked the like fifth over the sixth, because I did fifth over sixth and then seventh over sixth. Like I think the fifth generation, like the GT500 of that generation, like those were the last sort of like there wasn't much tech in them, so it was like pure muscle. Like it wasn't like they still had like they still had like nice like quality factors about them, but they weren't like they didn't have tons of like crazy electronic systems that I mean I feel like would ruin some of the like cars in some way, because that's kind of the point of muscle cars. They're raw and just like a lot of power straight to the rear wheels, do burnouts, and just are fun, and they're still really fast. And I think that's kind of in terms of the newer Mustangs. I feel like they perfectly encapsulated that in the fifth gen, especially like the later GT500, and like they had the good manual and everything.
I can see why you say that, but if you want to do that, get a Hellcat. Mustangs are more like, I don't know, track focused.
Dude, should we do that next? Like Charger and Challenger generations?
And right now, I was just popping it up. Why the Mach E? No
Sweet.
one cares about the Mach E.
So bad.
Okay, never mind. You know, screw all these I think the third generation, like the third generation being first. I think the Mach E.
If the Mach E was inaccountable, it's
Mach E is very bottom. Yeah, Mach E is bottom of the barrel.
The Mach E isn't even a Mustang, so we're not even counting it.
yeah.
That's true. That's why I call it the Mach E and not a Mustang Mach E.
Alrighty, I got a good one here. Again, this is the last time I'm gonna do ranking ones for a little bit.
That's fine.
So we got up next. Let me write this down. Chargers.
I can't even see it that well. Oh wait, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need
Would
to
be
see my
Chargers, or we could do Challengers. Let me see. See which one's better.
Challengers.
I'd say we do Challengers and then Chargers. We
Challengers
can do
now
both.
look better than Chargers, but like
I feel-
older. Yeah.
Yeah, older. I think the older Charger was better than the new. Was better than the older Challenger.
We can do.
I never cared as much for the older.
Yeah,
Challenger.
the older Challengers kind of, I don't know. They didn't.
Yeah.
They're not that good.
Yeah, I feel like the Charger tier list is going to be the easy time for me.
We could do Viper, but Viper doesn't have.
But there's literally like 2 or 3 gens. There's not that much.
Or we could do this. Trying to think of it. Oh.
Can you find a charger one?
Sh-
If you can't find a charger.
You see. I like to see how this one goes.
Oh yeah.
They don't even.
Oh
have
yeah,
the-
I'm actually curious on this one as well.
They don't even have the newest one. That's 2019, 18.
It is as long as the pictures are decent. We can take into account C8 with this. So just bear in mind C8. Ooh, this is. I'm gonna offend myself with some of these. Like I really want to put some of these higher, but
See if I can make it wider.
okay, I think I know.
Here we go. Where's a decent one? There we go. That's sort of better. Is that good?
Yeah, it's good enough.
Oop.
That'll do the trick.
Not me to do that. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Who wants to nominate the start? Because I already got what I want. So let me write it down.
Yeah, I already know your list, so I think I'm pretty close to knowing your list. I'm just more worried about mine, of course, but I'm trying to figure out. Man, why were there so many good Corvettes made? This is actually hard.
I know.
This is the hardest tier list so far for me by a long shot.
This is extremely difficult.
I know.
It really is.
All right, I got mine.
Because I think the thing is, I feel like I'm gonna offend myself by putting one above the other because I actually
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm regretting my decision.
it's literally gonna be like me being forced to put one car over the other, even though I love both.
No, I messed up. Where did I?
Like I don't even know how to choose the worst, but I think I know what I'm.
Hold on, I gotta reset my ideas right here. Hold on.
All right, I think I know what I'm going with. That fine.
I'm getting this.
Mm.
Oh, wait. We gotta put. Hold on. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing.
I think I know what I'm doing.
I need to rewrite this because I'm getting too small. Hold on.
Why is this so hard?
Hold on. Let me rewrite this. Ooh.
Are we going off what's cooler? Are we going off looks or what I think
Hey,
is more
it's
cool?
whatever you want.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna go off because I feel like if I do like how well it is, then I feel like it's gonna ruin the list for me. I'm gonna go off looks for mine, or nah, I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I don't know. It's impossible because I can't choose between some certain generations.
Yeah, good job. You didn't say it. Okay, I got mine.
I got mine.
Okay, that's 2.
Not ready yet.
Anthony, how's it going with you?
I have no idea. But I think I have an idea, actually.
I wrote it down, but I don't know if I like this decisions that I'm writing down.
I'm still not ready. Okay, that's done.
I think
Okay.
I got a clear top
Zero.
1. I got a clear number 1 and number 2, but the rest I just don't know.
I have my worst 3 down, but I can't do any. I don't know anything else.
Yeah.
I can't pick between 5 other generations.
Oh, I'm regretting this. I'm gonna
Yes, so am I. Okay, I think I'm gonna do.
I'm
but
gonna
I don't want to.
just say as I'm pronouncing mine, or as I'm releasing mine, I'm just gonna say what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, would I do that? Hold on, I need to switch on my phone because I need to do a better picture so you guys can't cheat.
Okay, this is one that's going to be impossible. This is okay. I need to quickly look up these two. I don't know what to put in first.
Balls.
We're on stream.
Okay.
That's a great.
There's a pipe bomb in your mailbox.
Okay, never mind. That made it my decision. All right, I think I have mine pretty much set. And it wasn't. I didn't have anything to do with
I'm glad.
pipe bomb. That's puzzling in the mailbox.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm putting this over this and not switching.
Mm.
No, don't open up
Mhm,
Minecraft.
I got it. I think I got it.
How many calculators do I have open? Look how many calculators I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Why do you have a calculator?
Do you just like add a new
There's so
tab
many
each time you have to
calculator
do a
tabs.
math problem?
I guess so. Not bad. Okay.
Bro
When's the
has
last time you
20
closed those?
calculators, bro. What the
Alrighty.
heck? Okay.
I'm ready.
Who
I'm
wants
ready.
Anthony?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Okay. Sounds like he's ready. Alrighty.
Okay. So
This is gonna be controversial.
yes,
Obviously.
it is.
Oh.
Yes, it is. I'm just gonna go.
Just-
Third, first, second, fourth,
Third,
sixth,
third,
seventh, eighth,
second.
fifth.
First, a third, first,
Oh.
second. What's after second?
Fourth,
Fourth,
sixth,
sixth.
seventh, eighth, fifth. Actually, no, hold on. I'm gonna put sixth after fifth. So sixth goes after eighth. So it's sixth to seventh. Or no, hold on.
No, you have.
I
Yeah.
understand this totally.
Let me redo this.
Yes.
Third, first, second, fourth, seventh, eighth, sixth, fifth.
Got it. Anthony. That was
Okay.
Jeez. a tough one.
Okay. Third. Sorry, not third. Sorry, fourth.
Fourth.
Fourth, fifth. Then let's see.
The third, fourth, fifth.
Wait, yeah, third, fourth.
Wait, what?
Third. Sorry, no, sorry. Let me restart.
Yeah.
Fourth,
Shut up, Max.
Yeah.
fifth, third, sixth,
Fourth.
seventh, eighth,
Third,
first,
sixth,
second.
seventh, eighth,
Eighth, first, second.
first.
What he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ben, do you want me to go or do you want to
Sure.
go?
I want-
Wait,
I want
no,
you
let
to
me
do-
gas you up. Yeah, let me gas you up. I got you. All right. Fifth, third, fourth, seventh, eighth, sixth, first,
Hold on.
second.
What's after the fourth?
Fifth, third, fourth. So I guess fifth, third, fourth, seventh, eighth, sixth, first, second.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Well, I'll gas you up. I'll gas you up. Me and Anthony got you.
You guys already know my top one. I'd be surprised if you guys say anything else. Just guess my top one. Just say it.
Yeah, well, we already know it's the C2.
Me too.
Okay.
C2 split window to be exact.
Okay.
Pasta, I
boy.
think in red.
Good boy.
Split window is
Okay.
actually such a.
Dead last. C3, C4, C5, C8, C1, C6, C7, C2. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
It is very tough with the C1 Corvette because I love it. But I don't know if I should bring it over 6. I feel like
No.
I feel like C1 is a good middle for me. It's
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't freaking love it, but it's right there and it's a good Corvette. So that's I could be controversial with, Anthony and Max just because I put it, pretty lower.
Yeah.
I just okay. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your thoughts on
I will say I think the C1 is like one of the most beautiful cars ever created. I won't even lie. It's literally just going off styling. Like I know they're terrible to drive. I know they just like there are certain statistics
know.
about them that were
I know.
unfavorable, and but like the top down, like I think I forget. I think it was either the C1. I don't remember if it was the C1. I think it was the C1, and that was the
Yeah.
car that like all the astronauts owned, like Neil Armstrong, or it might have been the C2. But it was like car. Buzz Aldrin had one, Neil Armstrong, and then I forget what there was like two other guys. One of them had a Mustang. One of them had a Corvette, and the other one had something else. I remember this from a Grand Tour episode. I won't lie, but I just think just the styling. Yeah, I'll take some of my information from Grand Tour. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I did.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna base my opinions too much off Grand Tour, but I'm just gonna take some of my information
I
to help,
just,
to help base my opinions off of.
I don't know why, but I cannot see the C. I love the C1. I'm not hitting against it. It's just, ugh. So hold on. What are you guys' thoughts on Cooper's list? And I'll repeat it one more time. Third, first,
Always Cooper.
second, fourth, seventh, eighth, sixth, fifth. We're gonna hold on. Give me a quick sec. We're gonna go from each person too. So this is not a pick on Cooper.
Okay.
So I mean, you guys are, unless you guys are not done with
Yeah.
mine.
I'm sorry.
Are you guys?
I'm sorry, but
agreeing?
these are like it's because it's polar opposites between all of the lists and Cooper's. So we're just gonna kind of go down the line. I'm sorry, Cooper. This isn't a hate party against you, but this is just kind of like your list differs so much that we have to kind of give some reasoning.
Oh well.
All right.
It's literally if your list was like a little bit more similar, then we wouldn't be. It's polar opposite. So that's kind of why we're.
All right, Anthony, Max, what's your thoughts on that one?
Anthony, I'll let you go. Classic Corvettes are just some of the coolest cars. I know it's like
Yeah.
every 50-year-old drives one and everything. Like the Corvette sure is the midlife crisis car. So the C8 has become the midlife crisis car and everything. But like a lot of like if you see old grandpa driving like a C1 or a C2, he's a cool grandpa. Like you'll see like C4s and like C3s, like that's when they're kind of I don't know, just those ones I feel like were always it's not like the generation was good, but I just think they didn't really I think the car didn't really match the generation. It was kind of a boring car for the I think the 4 and the 5 are I actually like this. C4 is growing on me a lot 'cause, they had pop-ups and stuff, and I think that's like one of the coolest things. That's literally
Four-
the thing. That's
four
literally
for
the
me
thing that
was
sets the C2 over C1.
4 for me was super tough to put in because it was just like it was growing on me because of the pop-ups, but yet again, I don't know if I should place it higher than fifth. I mean, it's just
Yeah. And
it I don't know, it just was tough with me.
yeah, and I like the C5 is just never been my cup of tea. Like we see them at shows and like they're like whatever doing burnouts. It's cool to see them do like the burnouts. It's just I just have never really cared for that. I've never been like, oh, that's a cool Corvette when I see a C5.
Yeah, I think
That's all. Like I know and there's two generations of C4. That's why I like it so much. There's like the C1, the C4.1 and the C4.2, which Doug Demir like addressed in one of his videos. Like if you look at the two, one of them actually looks better than the other. I think the C4.2 is like C4.2 is cars that a car that a lot of people have actually like, genuinely considered buying because of how cheap they are. Like they're starting to go up again because people are realizing. But
I'm going to send an image in the Discord
okay.
that I hope
It better not
will
be me.
change your opinion on the C4.
it's gonna be from like a certain angle or some,
Hey,
or maybe it's gonna be like an untasteful mod.
It's just, I kind of agree. It's not my favorite car, but
I think it looks kind of cool. It's
eh,
like a missile. And I don't know if I think that's is that the 4.1 or is that the 4.2?
This is the Callaway.
Oh, it's the Callaway. I was about to say because that looks modded, but yeah,
The Sledgehammer.
That
yeah,
looks
Sledgehammer did
pretty
over
cool.
200 miles an hour. It's a literal bullet.
Yeah,
I do think it is pretty cool.
that would definitely
Yeah.
increase mine.
No
Just
offense, it kind of
if it's-
backfired. Like that kind of backfired you, whatever saying that. I think it's even more cool. because like and I think Callaway in general is pretty cool, but I've always
No, I was actually trying to. I
No, he
love the
wanted us
C4.
to show us.
oh I didn't know that you
Okay,
loved the C4.
okay, cool.
I know you love the C5, but
I think
yeah, I think the Callaway is pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
Just like a full on dragster,
That one's
and it gives yeah. And I think the C3 is kind of underrated. It just was like for the time, I mean, it's like 70s, so a lot of the cars were like starting to become a lot worse
just know if
in styling.
don't get me wrong, the C3 looks pretty dang good. I mean, we all literally put it. Oh, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Let me talk. We all
Yeah.
put it near bottom 3. I mean, I put it in dead last. Cooper put it in dead last. Anthony put it third to last. You put it Max. You put it in second to last. Like it's a cool looking car. It's just not as good as everything else, in my opinion.
It's literally just because you have to compare it to some of the other coolest cars that have ever been created. Like it's not even necessarily like a bad car. That's just kind of the issue with this because I love the CA and stuff.
Looks like
I think it's like one of the best bargains I think it's one of the best bargains you can get for 50 grand, and probably almost always will be because like about a Huracan Performance from a car that costs $50,000, and it's still like a Chevy. It's still got like an LS that sounds amazing, and it's still decently tuner friendly. I just think, yeah, it's just impossible to do. And I think I think a lot of people put the C6 over the C8, right?
Yeah.
Let me between us,
Yeah, between the four of
Um,
us,
put the C over the C6. You said.
C6 over C8. I think a lot of people did.
The only one person I didn't do that is Anthony. Anthony put it C8 in third, which I want to hear your
Okay.
thoughts on that one, Anthony.
It's fair.
I don't know. I just think the C8 just kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
I guess it's less Corvette-y, I guess, more supercar-ish. I don't know. I just kind of like it.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm putting the C8 low, sorry to interrupt, but the only reason why I'm putting the C8 lower than X, Y, and Z is because we see them so dang often. I mean, literally
that's
every
true.
show we go to.
That's
I
kind of
mean, I was driving around today and my mom goes, "Oh, look, is that a Ferrari?" I'm like, "No, it's a Corvette C8." Which, don't get me wrong, it looks very attention-y. It's very cool, but it's just how much we get them in America. It's how many people own them. How many times we see them at car shows. It's just over time where I got to slowly put it down just because.
it's not a bad thing.
Which is not a
Yeah, it's
bad
not
thing.
necessarily a bad thing.
I mean,
I
they're
just
great
like
value for money. I mean, you can get a pretty much a quote unquote supercar for like 60 grand ish. Like, don't quote me on that one, but like,
Yeah.
around that price. And
50 to 60, yeah.
it's a great car. Just I see them so much and just too many times where I just gotta leave it as it be. So
Yeah. No, I
And then-
agree. I think that's one of the reasons why it's low, just purely because that's the kind of car that you see that like super often, and it's just like I don't hate cars if I see them more often. I just kind of lose like they seem like more exotic if you don't see them as often. So you kind of pay attention to them more if you don't see them as often, and like just they're like, oh well, I don't see. So you kind of crave it more in a way, if you know what I'm saying.
And
Like it's like a feeling of like seeing that car, like it's just a better feeling
And
if it's
then-
been a long time and stuff.
Exactly. I can agree with that. One last thing. We put again the same thing. 3 people put C2 Corvette as number 1. Cooper, you put C2 as third least. I want to see what's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, it's cool. It's just I can't see myself getting one.
Yeah.
It's
not even necessarily about getting one. Like I know you want
Or
to see
just-
five and stuff.
I just can't see myself like in one. I can't see it's just it's cool. It's just not my favorite.
What are your thoughts on the
Do you-
split window version? If it's a split window, let me
It's the same thing.
same
I mean,
thing.
it's cool. It's just
It-
I like it, but it's just there's so many other like
Mhm.
better Corvettes in my opinion.
a tough one because that's been my
Fair enough.
all-time-
You just
I
don't like.
no offense.
Oh
but it's
yeah, no,
just
no, no,
not-
no, 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 no. This is not hitting on
It's
anybody
just
don't
else.
not my
like
thing.
This is not
You don't
hitting
like
on
classic
anybody.
cars that much, right?
No, not too much. Not at least like muscle cars, like American like muscle cars.
Okay, fair enough. Because a lot of those cars were crappy. They just were cool. Like in terms of
Yeah.
styling, they just were kind of cool, but they were generally crappy cars. Like I know
Yeah.
like a base C2 and C1. Like I know the base C1 was like old with no like extra stuff added on. Like I know they were pretty
Yeah.
terrible cars to drive.
Yeah.
Like they had a lot of reliability issues, but I just think, but again, it just is kind of they just are generally like again you define it as like cool because whatever it looks a certain way, it has like a certain impact. It was kind of like the
Yeah.
C1 is what started this Corvette craze and everything, and then
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can respect like old American cars. It's just I can't.
Yeah.
They're just not my thing.
That's
fair
actually
enough. I respect it.
logical. That's a good one. I like that. I like that one. I
Yeah.
like that answer. That was a good one. But I just think the C2. I've been loving the C2 ever since I saw one. I mean, it's just this. The reason why I put it number one over a lot of good Corvettes is just the styling of it. It's just the way it looks. Pop up headlights. I mean, the split window definitely helps and it makes it more rare. But that is just it's a Corvette. That's what I think when I think of a Corvette.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the point. Like the scene is like what now everybody thinks of when it comes to a Corvette, but it used to always be like used to always be like the C2 and like the
Yeah.
C. Like I feel like I like the C6 a lot because that's like when I think of a Corvette, it's like it wasn't like a crazy looking thing, but it was super fast and it was like it would be like 4.5/8 and stuff in races. But at the same time, like it was still kind of a muscle car. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the reason why a lot of people like it because it was still fast, but it wasn't. It wasn't like it wasn't over designed. I'm not saying the C8 was for the C7 was, but they just like they advanced their design a lot more.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions to ask on this Corvette one? Any interesting thoughts, last opinions,
Not
anything?
really.
Not for me.
Anthony?
No, not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. And what any other topics you guys want to bring up? Some questions, because what are some good
Sure.
debates here? Throw them out at me. Even if you have this like random one that you just don't know how well it goes. Screw it.
RB or 2J?
Ooh.
That's actually kind of difficult.
Ooh. Ooh. If anyone's confused.
RBs are on like the GTRs and then
Yeah.
like Nissan GTRs, R33, R34, R35, and then
Not R35. R35
no,
is a
I mean like
V38.
R30. Yeah, my bad. Not the R35, but I mean like the
The older Skylines.
older like 90s Skylines and stuff, especially 90s, like 90s Nissans, and then the 2JZ is probably the most recognizable engine. Like 2J, I feel like that's one of the most recognizable things ever in terms of like names for engines. Probably the most recognized.
Or the most overrated.
Ooh. All right. Since
It's
you
kind of again,
since you
it's
brought it up, Cooper,
contradictory coming from someone who liked it.
since you brought it up, Cooper,
Uh,
since you have
Nah.
by far the most knowledge of engines around here, what's
Yeah.
your idea on this one?
RBs.
Okay. Speak.
Well, first of all, the RB is a lot more refined.
Okay.
It may have a few little knickknacks when it comes to like problems. Apart from the 2J. The 2J might be a little bit more reliable out of the box than the RB. But once you start adding mods to a 2J, it's just it gets to a point where it's just like undrivable. And also the 2J is 6 pounds.
Pretty light. Hella light.
It's not light. That is not light.
It's not bad.
That is heavy as fuck for an inline 6.
Yeah. fair.
6 pounds actually sounds reasonable. Only the
600
my-
pounds.
Oh,
600 pounds.
let's say.
You said 6
I heard
pounds.
6.
I was confused. I was like 6. What are you taking into account? Like the cylinder heads themselves, and that's it, or what?
No,
But
it's 600
Okay, then,
pounds.
yeah, false alarm on that one.
yeah, my bad.
And out of the box, like the RB may be a little bit less power, may be able to make a little bit less power, but in the long run, it's a lot better.
Okay. Let's see if I could try to find a sound test.
And also RBs sound so much better.
Okay. Let's do a little sound here.
I got a good one for you. I got a great one for you.
All right,
Reasonable.
we'll let you do the sound, and then we'll say other opinions.
And then
Hold
we
on.
do RB engine.
Ben, I got a good video for you.
Okay, hold on. Wait for this one. That's the. Come on. Don't mute it.
Can you send it to the Discord?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sending it to the Discord.
Okay.
There we go.
RB do sound pretty good though, but that's a 50. That's a tough one.
Here, I'll check the video in a second. Locked in. Alright. Can this thing work? Let me see.
That's pretty reasonable. They sound pretty good, honestly.
And then that one.
Credits to these guys. Interesting. I don't know. That's a tough one, in my opinion. I mean, you can go either way. I mean, 2JZs. I know those are really popular. I feel like they're popular. I mean,
They are way too popular.
But
Yeah, I feel like I don't see them as commonly as I would think, to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say with me because I don't. I mean, those are both really good engines. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I may have to come back to that one because that's a.
Anthony, do you have any take? It's pretty much 90s R34s versus the Mark IV Supra.
Oh, I thought it was the actual engine itself. Was it? Yeah, RB versus 2J, right?
Yeah,
it's
it pretty much is.
yeah.
It's the equivalent.
Yeah.
I'd say 2J to be honest, because
I could agree.
it's iron block, it has a bit higher displacement,
Yeah.
and it's cheaper. I mean,
I still prefer the
easier to-
sound of the
yeah.
2J, to be honest. I don't hate RBs, but I just don't care for them as much as 2Js, pretty much.
I don't know. Now, Max, you brought up the GTR and the Supra debate. I mean, well, the sound of it.
Ooh,
That's a
like
different.
that.
That's a different one. Shh. Save that for later.
My bad.
But that's a.
Stay tuned to find out what we decide for that.
No, we don't need that. No.
Yeah, just
I
next
mean-
stream.
I may just go 2JZ just because
I don't hate RBs. I
Don't
think
get
I
me
just
wrong.
kind of
RBs are
Mark-
awesome as well. It's just a tough decision between those two great engines, in my opinion. It's just I don't.
Yeah.
That's just a tough one in general. So,
yeah, and I just don't like. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gone too much into the JDM community. Like I think the JDM community is cool and everything, but I just think like the JDM fanboys are kind of what ruined it for me. So I just have kind of like drawn away from just JDM like cars like that in general because of that.
I don't know. That's a
But
split.
I think
That's a split on me though. TJ,
I think
I think
they're.
TJ takes it a little bit,
I
but
prefer
other than that,
TJ personally.
that was a good one though. That was something different. We have not done an engine
Yeah,
topic yet. That's all.
change in pace.
Who? Max Anthony. You guys got any ideas yet?
I don't know if we
Mhm.
did this last time. But Coyote versus like the equivalent LS. I forget what the LS was. I feel like I forget
Oh.
what the equivalent LS
I think we're talking.
is, but it'd pretty much be like we talked about this before.
already
That's
did
why I
this,
brought it
yeah.
up.
Did we already do this?
Wait, did we do it in the previous stream? I don't
Yeah,
think,
we
I thought we
did.
just
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we did.
We did that.
we did. I thought I could have
Yeah,
sworn
we
we did
did.
it just.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. Okay. I could have sworn we did it just during what's that called? Just when we're at lunch, like during school.
No, we did it during stream.
Okay.
And
Yep.
you got ideas? Like anything?
No, honestly.
No. We could do.
Nah.
We could do a similar thing to what we did. Blanking here to the Corvettes and everything else. I mean, I got one right here. Generations of Supra, just because, or generations, or we could do generations. I cannot spell generations. There we go.
Yeah, I'd say we hold some generations for the next one, so I think I'm down to do Supra. We should do Supra and Skyline, like the
Yeah,
third.
GTR.
Yeah, the GTR generations. We should do that next stream.
I have them popped up right here.
Yeah,
Should we do them?
I don't care
Good.
too much.
Just because it kind of stays on the topic of ranking generations.
Oh shit.
We didn't really. The last one that we did wasn't a ranking.
Well, it stays on the topic though of what we're doing overall.
Fair enough.
Should we do that one, or should we call it off here? Whatever, or do we got any other ideas? We could honestly take a second to think.
Yeah, I had an idea, but I forgot.
Oh, I asked ChatGPT. You want to hear some of the
Yeah,
stuff?
there we go. Let's see how this
Fire
goes.
away.
Okay,
Curious.
so let's see what it says. Some of them are actually insane. Let's see. Okay, this one's actually a good one. So on a car, what's the best feature, or what's a better feature? Pop-up headlights or suicide doors?
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh, ChatGPT could be
that
cooking
is-
right now.
That is actually.
I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it
That's-
now. Papa headlights takes it.
I'm gonna have
Pop-ups,
to
yeah,
agree.
easily. That's easy.
Yeah,
I
pop-ups.
think
That's
suicide,
way
I
too
think
easy.
suicide doors are. I think suicide doors are really cool, but like
No
they still
way.
do it on new cars.
Suicide doors.
What's it called? Pop-up headlights have vanished, so that's kind of what makes them so
Yeah,
cool because they're
yeah.
gone. They
Okay,
literally
what
they
about-
came and went.
What about butterfly doors?
You mean like but
McLaren
oh,
doors.
butterfly doors? Yeah, like
Yeah.
the ones that everybody call Lambo doors, correct?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
No, Lambo doors are Lambo doors. Butterfly doors are McLaren doors.
What
Yeah,
even is
McLaren.
the difference?
So the scissor door.
Yeah.
A Lambo door is a scissor door.
Scissor.
Butterflies are what you think of as a butterfly, literally like a butterfly. Like if you open a
In the
McLaren door, it looks like a butterfly.
Okay, so it just kind of. Oh no, never mind. I know it's like kind of comes. It's almost like a gullwing door, right? Sort of.
Yeah,
I think.
Confused on the
Somewhat,
difference
yeah.
of butterfly,
somewhat.
butterfly doors and Lambo doors. I'll take a little butterfly doors.
Is that literally where the Aventador got its name?
Okay, I gotta know.
No, I don't know how to Aventador. The Aventador is a bowl. It just
Yeah, I mean, like-
conveniently means event a door.
Rent the door.
Okay, here's another ChatGPT question:
Okay.
Golf R or GR Corolla?
Ooh.
GR Corolla.
How far? Golf R. Wait, what is it? Golf R. Oh, that's
GR
easy.
Corolla.
Yeah, GR Corolla. I don't mind Golf R, but they've gotten progressively worse.
GR Corolla for sure, though.
Yeah.
I just thought
Okay,
Max
I
was
just asked you guys.
a bit
Yeah,
debatable.
same. I thought Max would have something.
I thought Max was
I
gonna be
love.
pissed off.
I'm the kind of golf person here, but the GR Corolla is like it's the kind of car that I see every time, and I always think is like the coolest thing. It's like it always will be for me. Like it's gonna be my dream daily, pretty much forever.
I like that one. That was actually a good one by ChatGPT. Hold on. Keep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it was like if they came in manual still, then I think it would be tougher for me because they're pretty
Okay,
similar
here-
horsepower. The Golf is a little bit
Okay.
larger, which I like.
Cooper,
but-
Cooper, this is a question for you. American V8, like a muscle car engine, or Japanese inline six?
Ooh.
This isn't
Wow.
even close for him. He's
Okay,
immediately going to
that's
say
not
Japanese
even
inline
close.
6. Yeah, for him
Yeah.
at least.
That's dumb. That's just a
Uh,
dumb question.
Why is it a dumb
American
question?
V8s. I know.
So I'm
It's
guessing.
so easy.
I'm guessing you're picking the American
Enough.
V8s, right?
Yeah,
No.
trust.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
How about for everyone else? What do you all agree? What do you
Oh, American V8 every day of the week.
I think I gotta go.
I'm sorry, it's not even close for me.
I think I gotta go a little bit of V8 here.
Yeah, me too.
Unless-
American V8.
I just prefer V8s over V6s in the first place, and because it's American V8, it's not even close for me.
It's not a V6, it's an inline six.
I mean, it's still 6-cylinder
Ooh.
versus an 8. It
Um.
doesn't change that much. As much as I like inline 6s, sure, but still, it's not even close for me still.
Ooh, hold on. I got.
Wait, what are you laughing about, Unc?
You talking to me?
No, I heard Unc laughing.
Oh, Cooper.
I'm not laughing.
I heard that. I think I heard a little
Hold on.
some nostrils letting out some air.
That's just air going through my mic. that I have a fan on.
Hold on. Here we go. This is actually could be a good one for Cooper and everyone else. Is the E30 BMW still worth the hype?
Mm.
No,
Really?
it's not worth $100,000 for a decent E30 M3. No,
Wow.
maybe in the
how-
future, but
It
I think
looked pretty cool.
I think it's
yeah.
definitely. I think it's my favorite BMW,
But you don't think it?
but I don't think it's worth $100,000.
Wow. I don't know, man. That
Don't get me wrong, I love it, but
I think
it's
a little bit.
still generally an old BMW, so I don't think it's worth $100,000.
What's your thought, Cooper?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Really?
It's an E30. It's cool, but it's just
Ah,
not worth $100,000.
Yeah,
yeah, it is super pricey, but I think it's.
I
pretty cool.
freaking love them though. I think it's definitely.
The-
I think
if
it's
I
the
could
best
get
looking
one for
BMW ever
cheap,
made.
If I could get one for cheap, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Fair.
Yeah, if they were cheaper, that's literally the only thing for me. It's just how expensive they are.
For $100,000, it's pretty expensive, though, to be honest.
Yeah. Exactly, and especially considering you can get new BMW generations for that price. Easily.
I just got a
Yeah.
pretty good one. This
Okay, let's hear it.
I already know the answer between two people. Are Tesla's real performance hypercars, or are they just fast?
No.
Immediately.
They are, but
Called it.
They're
Called
like-
it. Cooper's
No.
gonna say no, and Max was gonna say yes.
yeah. But you said are they real performance cars?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, pretty much anything can be a performance car from factory.
So wait, you're saying that Teslas are performance cars?
They're not. I don't think they're necessarily. Some of them are built for performance, but they're built for going in a straight line, and that's what a lot of like Challengers do. When you call a Challenger a performance car, so
No.
they're built for
they're-
going zero to. They're built for ripping up the quarter mile, and that's what the Challenger does as well. So by
hold
that
on.
definition, if a Tesla isn't, then a Tesla isn't.
Hold on. I want to hear. 'Cause
Or if a Challenger.
I know Max is gonna have the argument. I know Cooper's gonna have his argument, but I want to hear on me and Anthony. Anthony, what's your opinion on this one? Excuse me.
I guess it depends on the definition of a performance car. I'd say
Exactly.
they certainly weren't designed for it, so I'm going to say no.
Agree.
I would
I
agree.
hear
I
that.
would agree to the extent that they're generally luxury cars instead of performance cars.
Tesla.
Yeah.
Is there.
Oh,
But
that
that's
luxury is a stretch.
Luxury is
Luxury
indeed
is-
a stretch.
luxury
I could 100%
Luxury is a
agree with
stretch
that.
for me.
That is a big stretch. The nice.
That's-
Hold on.
that
Hold
is
on.
a-
Hold on.
That
Hold
is
on.
a
Electric
massive
Hold on.
stretch.
The Model
They're
S.
literally
Hold
classified as
on, hold on.
electric
The
lights.
Model
They're literally
luxury
classified as
as in-
electric cars from factory.
Listen.
We registered the
Listen,
cars.
listen,
Our
listen.
Model
From
Y.
factory, yeah, I can see that. From factory,
Our-
I can see that because he's a lying.
Cooper, stop bringing politics into stuff. For crying out loud, this is the reason why we This is the reason why we don't do this stuff too often, because you always bring politics into it. I don't care if you hate.
I
Elon
wasn't
because it's
bringing politics in it. I wasn't
it's-
bringing politics in it. I'm just saying he lies a lot.
Listen.
Yeah, I know, but-
Hold on, ladies.
I mean, everyone wants their cars branded as luxury. That's just kind of
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's not about Elon Musk. It's not about Donald Trump. It's about the car
I'm-
itself. So hear me out.
I didn't say
Oh,
anything.
I know.
but
I'm just saying in general.
I just said he
Um,
lies.
Listen, the Model X and the Model S, you could, in theory, just because of the price range, you could quote unquote say they're luxury cars, but they're not built. They're not luxury though. Sure, the interior, the seats are comfy, yes, but yet again, there's nothing in that vehicle that's quote unquote luxury. You could say yes.
There's
the
like the
electronics,
technical features,
the
the
features of it,
the
yes,
electronics,
but I
the
won't
seats are
consider-
generally nice.
I won't consider a
Oh,
Tesla.
So you're
hold
saying
up.
the stiff suspension is really nice?
You're talking with a Mini Cooper that has no suspension in the first place.
Yes, it does. It rides better
doesn't.
than a Tesla Model S.
That is literally the
Hey,
most
hey, hey,
incorrect
hey,
statement
hey,
I've heard in
hey,
my
hey.
life.
This is not about
I've
Cooper's
not heard
car.
a more incorrect
This is
statement
not
in my
about
life.
Max.
I know. I'm just saying you
This is
cannot
not
say
about
anything
Ben's
when
car. Not about Anthony's car either.
oh,
It's just are Teslas considered performance cars? Hear me out. Yes, they're fast, right? I mean, holy cow, 0 to 60 in a blink of an eye. But they're not built. They're not real performance cars. They're
Yeah.
In what
no
way?
offense,
How
and
are they not real performance
they're
cars?
they're not crazy. They're not really performancey. Sure, they could call it a performance, have crazy crazy acceleration, but they're not a performance vehicle. I'm not going to
The only
go
way-
out there and look
The
at
only way can
performance
justify
vehicles.
the only way I can justify them not being classified as a performance car is because it's trim level that makes them faster. Like general, like they've got the Model 3 performance. A car like performance car is generally like built for going fast. Like they're built
Yeah.
for like they're economy cars that can go fast.
Yes,
So that's where I can justify that. But they're economy cars that are still like they're still crazy fast. Like the Model S Plaid is built for performance. So you could say the
yeah.
Plaid is a
I
performance
would
car.
say the
General,
Plaid is
the
performance.
plaid,
General-
yes.
and the Model 3 performance. But
No.
yeah, okay, I will agree. I will agree with you that like
Model 3, no.
base like Model Y and everything, those are not performance cars. They're economy cars that are supposed to be cheap and
The only reason why I'm going to give, I'm going to slightly agree with you on this one, Max, is because the Model S Plaid. That's the only
Yeah.
car out of all Teslas
and the 3
that you.
performance.
No, not the 3 performance.
Three performance and X Plaid.
No,
3 performance is still
Three
performance is still
performance was
fast.
not.
I'm disagreeing.
performance
Cooper, you
with that
can't
one.
say anything. You just hate Teslas in every conceivable way. So you're kind of out of this
Hey,
conversation.
hey. It's his opinion.
Whoa.
All right.
Hey, if y'all can
Hold
hate
on.
on me, then I can.
Hold
so you can play
on.
this
Hold
game.
on. Listen,
All
Max.
right.
Max, you're also you
I,
like.
who was hating on you?
You literally.
No.
I didn't say anything about you.
I didn't say anything about you either. I just
Me
was
neither.
I just was saying you some information that would lead you to give impartial opinions.
Whatever.
So listen, ladies. I know you have your disagreements. Look, the Model 3 is not a performance car.
Model 3,
Not-
I agree. Base Model 3. Base Model 3 is not a
Listen.
performance car.
The performance Model 3, no. The only performance vehicle
No.
I would consider in Tesla is the Model S Plaid. Look it up. Model S Plaid. And it's freaking, I could agree with you. It's fast. 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds. Like in
The Model X Plaid is similar.
1,020
I mean, I wouldn't call that
horsepower.
maybe you could call that performance SUV though, because that's yeah.
The X, let me see the X. Hold on.
The X is pretty similar. It's around 2-ish seconds. It's like it's low
2.6,
twos.
2.5. Sorry.
Okay, that's not bad. It's still faster than every other SUV around right now.
Yeah, but I won't
So
say it's. I'm just gonna say, and hopefully, some of you may agree, but the Model S Plaid is the only performance car out of Tesla. Sure,
I still
sure.
disagree because I still
Quote,
like. It's not because I like the car in the first place, but the Model 3 performance I still think is a performance car. It's like it's got added like it's got like an added package to make it like turn better and like just be like a nicer car, but it's got like little parts that make it like more performancey. I'm not saying that you're gonna take it to a track day and everything, but I mean it's still something that like if you put the Model S Plaid up there, then I feel like the Model 3 is justifiable because even though the Model 3 is pretty much the lesser Plaid, it's still
Cooper, Anthony.
The thing is for me is all the Teslas except for the Plaid hit a brick wall at 100 miles per hour.
Agree.
it's because
That's
of the
like where they
it's because they're not built for that either in the
completely
first
kind of
place.
stop accelerating.
Agree.
That's my point. Not a performance car.
It's not built for acceleration. It's literally built for straight line for like the first like 150 miles an
I
hour.
kind of agree
After
with
like
Cooper. If it
Yep.
can't really go past 100, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm-
Like if it can't go past like 100 and like I don't know, if it's struggling at 100, then it's not a performance
Hear me out.
car.
Hear me out.
And
This is what ChatGPT says. A real performance car is generally defined as a vehicle designed with the primary focus on driving dynamics, including acceleration,
Yeah.
handling, braking, and driver's engagement, rather just than speed and specs on paper.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, then there's a lot of cars that we call performance cars that would not be performance cars. I'll give you that. Like
So they hold on. Listen. They, according to ChatGPT, what is not a real performance car is a car that could drive fast in a straight line but handles poorly, a luxury sedan with
Plunger.
600 plus horsepower, and that's kind of really. And then they go off to
yes,
like
and that's
SUVs.
I mean,
that gets rid of
I mean, I never
that-
said the Challenger was a performance car.
that gets rid of like what's it called? That gets rid of Chargers, Challengers, Bentleys, Rolls Royces.
Rolls
just mean
Royces
that
are
I've never
and
Rolls Royce
Bentleys are
performance
not
car.
performance
Rolls
cars.
Royces aren't performance cars.
That's more of just a general like daily
Mhm,
driver
like-
luxury car. But
In my opinion, I
what
don't
what
consider
else is there?
Tesla the only performance car I would sure consider is the Tesla Model S Plaid. I won't consider them a luxury car. That's just I just don't think. I mean, honestly, I didn't even think what Cooper was saying. Like they have quick acceleration, but they literally hit a flat brick wall at near 100 miles per hour. Like even it's not even just Teslas. It's Rivians. It's pretty much a lot of electric cars. I mean, those Rivians.
Because they're not
like
they
any
don't need
electric
to.
car.
And
Listen,
it's
listen,
not
listen,
built
listen.
like the
listen.
other electric cars aren't built for that. Like the model, yes, the Model S, sure, it may have like whatever slow acceleration because it doesn't again, it's got this high whatever acceleration on 0 to 60. It's not like it's not aimed to go from like 150 to 200. It did its job. It went from 0 to 60 in 1.9
Again.
seconds. That's the point of the car. Its point is to get to like 100 or like what's it
Okay.
like maybe 5150 is slower than some like a
Hear me out.
BMW M4 CS, which
Hear-
does 180 miles an hour in 3.3 seconds to 60.
Hear me out.
Sure,
Hear me
but
out.
still.
Okay, if you're gonna say a Tesla, the
So-
Model X is a performance car, is the Rivian RS1, the R1S, is that considered a performance car to you then, Max?
The R1S, like the Adventure and everything,
Yep, the fastest one.
I call that a performance SUV. I mean, it's like it's more of like a luxury. I feel like that one's more of a luxury SUV. I won't lie because it's literally that's the exact purpose. Whereas Tesla like went into it like throwing hands at the whole sports car thing. Like that was kind of their immediate plan for it. Whereas the Rivian wasn't aimed on that from the beginning. Tesla was. Rivian has been focused on what's that called?
Okay.
Rivian's been focused on luxury, just like luxury, as you can see from like the interiors on Tanuja's
hmm
car. It's been focused on that the whole time. Whereas the Tesla is not really. It cares more about performance. But
A second ago, you said it was a luxury car, though, for Tesla.
I said what was a luxury car. Yeah, I said the Tesla was. I'm not. I said that. I mean, like, okay, well, if you're going by the what's it called, dynamic that you went off for performance, then yes, then it's a luxury car. But
Mm.
again, it rules out a lot of other vehicles. So.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. This one, Max. I don't think Teslas are performance cars. They go in a straight line. And sure, I'm going to repeat this again. Tesla Plaid is the only exception. And Roadster, you could consider. Well, maybe that's a
The
different.
Roadster doesn't even
Maybe.
exist.
You could say the older one.
The old one did,
The
but it
actual
was just
Tesla
a
Roadster.
rip-off Lotus.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
No, like the other one. Yeah, the other one's like kind of their first shot, just kind of seeing like how it works.
I could consider that one.
I do agree that Teslas are generally
do you
luxury cars, but they're luxury cars that have like a lot of basis in performance.
I will consider
So that's like I
considered.
considered it a performance car, but there's like specific definitions. Like if you go like off
Yeah.
like if you're looking at a textbook and you go off like textbook definition, if you're going off like general performance car, then that's when I could consider it one. But if we're going off like textbook definition, you read a piece of paper that has like 70 different it's like the spec sheet nerds. Like you go off something like that, then yeah, I agree.
So that's
That's when I'll say that.
That's my opinion of the Tesla performance cars. I just don't. This is my last topic or last saying of it. They're not performance cars. They're not luxury cars. They're just basic economy cars. The only exception is the Model S Plaid. Period. That's it for me.
They're still considered luxury cars.
Nope.
I'm just gonna say they're classified. I'm being genuinely honest. They're classified. You can look at our insurance. It's classified as a luxury car. It's like I'm not saying that like there's a bunch of luxury features, but I mean like they're basic luxury. It's like about as base luxury as you can get. I'm just saying that they are. If you're going by like luxury definition, that's all.
Insurance will categorize anything as anything, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're,
Agreed.
yeah, that's true, but still,
I just
I'm not. Or I don't even know if it's. I forget what it was. I forget like where I found it, but there's. Yeah, so it's.
I would consider them.
Yeah, Tesla being considered a luxury brand. Okay, so the Tesla being considered a luxury brand. So the 3 and the Y are base sort of base cars, but like the S and the X are the more luxury versions, and that's when they're considered luxury. So I'll give you that. I'm not saying that all Teslas are. I mean, like it's considered a luxury brand.
Brand is different than cars. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for telling me, Sherlock.
You're in this one. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say. Never mind.
Good boy.
Oh,
Okay.
bro's literally the Tesla Glazer, though.
Hate
Wait.
Teslas. My bad. I completely hate. I completely glaze Tesla. Yep, that's true. Because I have a general thought on them.
Anthony.
Bro, I don't know what this kid's on about.
Max? Is that what you're saying?
He only likes it because he has one.
I know.
Cooper, I already respected them before that. You heard me talk about them before that. That's the one thing I always disagreed with you before this, and you even know that.
Mhm.
I don't give a crap that we have one. I think their colors are cool, and don't
Their
worry,
colors are
okay,
cool.
I won't lie,
I could agree with that.
Okay, I will say
The red's
I,
cool.
I won't. I won't be. I won't be.
Only reason I
I
like
won't be
it.
hypocritical.
Ugh.
I won't be hypocritical. I will say it does. It actually kind of has maybe a little bit more partial to them. I'm not saying like the whole reason why I like them is because I own one. It has helped though, just because I've like actually experienced driving one, and and I've like actually enjoyed driving it. And I think it's a good daily. I think it's a fun daily. A Model 3 Performance, I think it's a good daily, like a good daily driver performance car. Like again,
Not a
Cybertruck
performance
can
car, but yes.
the Cybertruck
Yeah, I could agree with a
a
good daily though.
performance
I could.
version of the car. My bad.
I
My
could.
bad that I'm not conforming to your
I could
definition,
agree
but yeah,
though.
okay, performance version of the
I could agree on a
But-
good daily car though. I could justify with that.
car. Like a fun.
Performance, no.
I think they're fun dailies. I think they're I think maybe they have performance basis and like based off textbook definition, they're not performance cars, but they definitely have. Oh, what the frick! Sorry, just a tank just drove over me.
I just don't think Teslas are performance cars. They're fast. Don't get me wrong. They have They're like they could call themselves a performance. I just don't think they're good performance. They are fast though.
I think that I think they have like performance like statistics. I think they're like I feel like they aimed at performance, but they're not. I won't lie. I will agree with you there because that seems to be the only way to create peace in this world by agreeing. But
Oh, okay
let's-
then.
Anthony.
I mean, genuinely honest. That's how we've created peace with every time on this in this thing, and I'm okay with it.
We've been on this topic for a long time. Let's wait, hold on. Let's each go around. We have one sentence to say our last thoughts and opinions on it, like final saying, no more saying after this. Cooper, go first. Do you think are Teslas real performance cars or are they just fast?
Hell no, they're just fast.
Okay, Anthony.
Okay, well, at least you're admitting that they're fast.
They're
That's
just
all I care.
fast.
That's all I care. That's all I care. At least you guys are admitting that they're fast. That's all. If that's you guys hate Teslas already, so if that's all I can take from you, that's fine. I'll take it. It's better
They're
than
not
nothing.
performance cars. They just have quick acceleration. That's it.
They're performance car statistics, pretty much.
What's your
But
last?
they're not like
What's
they're
your
not
last
based
sentence,
around
Max? What's your
performance.
last sentence? One more sentence.
Teslas are generally like I don't know. They want to. They're like I guess they're aimed at being performance cars, but they just aren't really purely because again like just the driving. I guess if you take into account like driving, like that's not a car that it's not a car that would take up a country road, nor would it be like a what's it or like not a country road, but I mean like PCH. I wouldn't take a Tesla on there. I wouldn't take. There's a million cars that I wouldn't take on
Yep.
there because they're not performance cars. But
There you go. Wow,
yeah,
got it. Got what I wanted. Sounds good.
I just think
Okay. Changing on. Ooh. Again, this is probably gonna relate to the exact. Okay, I'm just gonna say the question: are EVs killing the car enthusiast culture, or are they changing their ideas? But that's kind of the same question that we put with Tesla. So
it's. Yeah,
saying
very
no.
good. What is this question again?
are EVs killing the car enthusiast culture, or are they changing it?
I just think we need a balance. We need to find a balance because we can't go fully electric and we can't go fully gas. Like fully gas is fine, but like we just need to find that balance. Like whether that be hydrogen powered cars, we have to find something that we can unite on. Like because I think electric cars are fine, but they're not like again they're struggling in some ways. Like a lot of people like in terms of car enthusiasts, they're popular in some ways. People you either love them or you hate them. That's kind of how it is. Like there's no if there's a couple people that think they're I think they're okay personally. Like you guys think I love them just because of the Tesla, but
Hmm.
no, it's just yeah. But I'm trying to think.
Man,
I kind of agree that they are like ruining some of the stuff. I
Ooh.
just think that
I got a good one.
they need to unite. We just need to unite to find something better. There's like that whole water powered car or like the whole hydrogen power. Like if we actually did like the hydrogen combustion engine, which is not actually sustainable, then I think it'd be it'd be very, very different.
Okay. I'm just gonna because I asked ChatGPT for car topics. They literally gave me a whole thing on electric questions. And I'm like, we're just
It's
all
ChatGPT. That's
we're
exactly
all-
what it's based off
what,
of. So.
what's gonna be? It's gonna be like Cooper saying hell no, and then Max saying hell yes, and then it's gonna be me and Anthony. Figuring out.
Certain electric cars I do like, but not.
Agree.
We just don't like Tesla because of Elon, but yeah.
I
ahead,
just don't like
continue.
Tesla in general. I didn't like it before Elon. I just didn't like Tesla. I never
right.
liked Tesla.
Continue, Ben.
We got some more ones here. Is stance seen ruin? Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta reread this. Hold on. Is the stance seen ruining everyone's performance? No, that's not a good one. Never mind. I thought it'd be a
What
good
was
one.
it?
It's like, is stance ruining the performance of the vehicle? And it's yes,
That's just a factual statement.
exactly.
It's just like it'd be like is
Ooh.
like a M3 better faster than an M3 CS? Just yes or no pardon me.
What? No.
Is an M3 CS faster than an M3? Yes.
There you go. Okay. Are resto mods better than full classic restore? What the holy cow? I can't-
Yeah,
Are what mods?
resto mods.
better than full fixing up the car.
Yeah, I'd say so in some ways.
I could say so.
Depends. Again, it's like again, I think that's a car dependent one. Just like depends on like the general car,
Yeah.
and can you like justify doing either?
Jeez, keep having me a whole topic of electric cars. I mean, it's awesome. I love it because it's a good debate because everyone
Yeah.
argues about it. But
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't feel like arguing tonight, if I'm being honest.
Too late for that.
yeah,
You already did.
we already did.
That changed.
If I bring
30
up
minutes
anything
ago.
at Tesla, then we will.
Then it's World War II all over again.
Let's see here. Let's get some more. Let's get some more out here.
Lock my diff.
Ooh. This is also a good one for Max and Cooper. Okay. Should people stop modifying their cars or keep them ODM for future value?
Do what you want with your car. It's yours.
Okay, that's kind of fair.
Yeah.
Okay, here it's
Agree.
okay. It depends on your plan. Do you plan to keep it to like preserve value in the first place? Because if you do, then that's when you do that. But it's literally just like what you intend to use the car for. Like if it is it a car that you like that you're willing to keep for the rest of your life, then do whatever you want in terms of mods. And then like if you plan to get rid of it after, don't expect the value to drop. But if it's like sort of an investment card, like you buy a Huracan for like a Huracan STO or something for like 300, and then later on it sells for like what 400, then you don't really modify because then that decreases the chance that people actually want to buy it.
I can agree with what Cooper kind of said, but also agreeing with you. It's like when you buy a car, you can do whatever you want with it. It's your car. You have the full rights by U.S. law. It's like your property. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's also like Max has said. Like, are you keeping it for long term value? Or are you keeping it for short term value? It's just whatever you choose. So
You just have to evaluate. That's the point of it. Just evaluating the purpose. I feel like that's. Yeah, I don't even know if that's really debate because
that's
I
kind
feel
of
like there's just
I-
again, like I agree, do what you want with that with the car, but it's kind of like evaluation. Like, do you care how much money you put into it or not?
ooh.
It's like you kind of evaluate like if you want to keep the car or not.
Here you go. That's a little German theme here. I like the German car company topics here with cars. Which brand does performance better? BMW M, Mercedes AMG, or Audi RS?
Mm,
M.
M.
I'm an AMG fanboy, but I'm gonna have to go M.
Okay.
I may actually. Well, the thing is, there isn't the Audi RS R8, so
and
maybe that.
That's a tough one, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
Cooper got his already, but
yeah.
I may go AMG because it's versatile.
I don't think
I love
I don't-
AMG, but BMW M does like their cars are fast as fuck.
I don't like AMG or M.
Yeah. I
But,
don't like
I
AMG
mean,
either.
like
I
those two
love
are pretty
AMG.
comparable.
Okay.
Okay, what?
I think
Okay.
AMG are
Okay.
are fine. Like there is definitely. I don't know.
I
Well, it's
think-
just I don't.
I personally don't like the AMGs, in my opinion. So I don't think AMG,
Oh.
in my opinion, is in this topic. And for me, I don't think that's a debate, in my opinion. The RS is very convincing, and the M is very convincing. Reason why I was about to say the M does it too, like all their cars, but the RS does as well, except for the Audi R8. Well,
Except for the supercar. That's why I like AMG because they have the supercar and then they have the 4-door. They literally have everything. So that's the only reason why. I think I prefer like a lot of BMW M cars over AMG cars, but I just would take if I had to stick to one, I think I'd go because of the versatility of AMG because they have everything.
I may
You can like buy an AMG wagon, an AMG SUV.
I think the M.
I wouldn't even be surprised if there was an AMG X class.
I think I don't. Ooh. I'm still debating on the RS or the M.
I don't think there is an AMG S class. I think there's only the Maybach.
Maybe. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, but then like I mean there isn't like there isn't the BMW M7 either, so that kind of takes the luxury sort of part of the equation.
I don't know. I'm just not.
They have the AMG.
I mean, there's
they
the
have-
Maybach S680, which is like the V12. So
I'm not the
it's
biggest,
Yeah, I was
definitely
gonna say-
fast. but
biggest
it's-
fan of Mercedes, in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan with Mercedes. So that's the only
They have
reason.
the AMG GT4 versus the M8. I feel like those two are probably most comparable in terms of cars like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like or like the M8, like the 4-door one.
I think it may take the cake for me as the BMW M.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know. That's difficult. I think if like I could be like I could wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I actually prefer like a BMW
yeah.
M cars. Like I just don't like new BMW M cars that much. But I think okay, I'm gonna be honest with taking with like the E generation taken into account. That's actually really difficult.
Yeah.
Then
does
you
help
have like the
that
B5 S4.
it does
or
help that
RS4.
my mom has the X7M, so it's kind of from what I experienced with them because I haven't experienced the AMG one. I haven't. No, I kind of have with the RS one, just older models of Audi. But what up, Raylan? You joined
the
in a
X-
bit late, but
Is the X7M considered an M car?
yes,
Because it has the M badge after it, but
it does.
I thought it was like if it only. Really? I didn't think it
Mhm.
was. I didn't think it did.
Well, if that, yeah, the M340 is considered an M car.
Because they have the same engines. They have similar, like pretty much similar engines as
The X7M has the same engine as the M5.
yes.
Yeah.
So look,
I don't
well, no,
know.
let's just listen. 4.4 liter V8 turbo, and then let's for the
They both
Or-
make like 600 to 500 horsepower.
for the X7 and with the M5, it's giving me an older one. Let's go new. Well, let's do 2022. Perfect. 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Compared to pardon me, twin turbo V8.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've never considered the BMW SUVs M cars. That's not even. I'm not hating on you, Ben. I'm
no.
being genuinely honest. I'm not trying to be like a hater, but I've never considered those M cars. Whenever I think of M cars or like an AMG car, I always think of like a 4-door,
They're
like a 2-door.
dude, hear me out. They're fast though.
Like
They're
yeah.
fast.
That's true.
523 horsepower is in a SUV. I think that's pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, it's fast. I agree.
No,
No, I'm not denying it's fast, but
let's see.
it's just like if you go into the technical parts. But I mean, I guess if you classify like an AMG, like one of those SUVs, like an AMG, then I guess it can go back and forth. I don't know, but they don't have like the RS badge for the what's it called, Audi SUVs. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
they do.
it's difficult
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. RSQ8.
for an Audi SUV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I
RSQ8.
forgot. I forgot.
RSQ8.
I forgot. I
RSQ7.
always just think of like Q8 in general,
Not the
or just
even the
forgot.
RS. Yeah. So
No, they have the RS. Like never mind. I forgot
yeah, they got
because
the-
I thought of like the Q8 and then
so that's a good one. Anthony,
I
any
don't know. I hit my head on the hot water pretty hard. Maybe my opinions are skewed a little bit.
Yeah, BMW. I kind of just agreed with Cooper. I love AMGs, but like,
Yeah.
man,
BMW?
It's just the
take-
BMWs are faster. I love AMGs. They're luxurious.
Mhm.
They're fast. They make great noises, but it's just the BMWs are faster.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
don't give a crap which is faster. For me, I'm trying to think of looks, but the only reason why I haven't really considered this like these is just because this new generation of BMWs have been the worst looking BMWs ever created. So that's why like going off new ones, but I think older ones.
But think
like,
about
take
power,
each
though.
generation into account. It's
Don't think
difficult.
about looks, because they, from what I've seen with the BMW M, they don't really change much of the looks. They don't. It's hard to find the looks, in my opinion.
They do that, yeah. They don't.
And there's plus with
like that's kind of.
with all the other, AMG and RS, they don't change much of the look.
don't change the
They
looks
black it
either.
out. They probably do a little bit of
I
a,
just-
a lip, front, back, side.
Actually, was speaking. I'm not talking about like whether they change it or not. I don't care too much. Like I'm okay with them like keeping it the same. I just am talking about like the looks in general. I just think they didn't do like a good job, and that like the new class M3 that's going to be the most hideous
Different one.
hideous car I've ever seen, pretty much.
But
I don't know. It's just difficult between generations. Like if I'm going back to first generation, like the like B5 RS4 versus like the A30 M3 and like the E60 M5, like the E generation versus other older generation AMGs, I'm going. It's easy for me. I'm going BMW. But yeah, I don't know. For me, okay, it just depends. Okay, it just depends on generation. But I can't really define who wins there.
I'm just thinking about this time. I'm just thinking about the power, in my opinion. The engine itself, not really the look. But
Yeah,
in my opinion,
50 horsepower doesn't make too much of a difference. Though. I know like some of them have a lot more horsepower than others. But yeah, I don't know. My question would just be like how like they drive in comparison to each other.
Alrighty here. Let's see. Any
Alright.
other good topics coming from you guys, or I'm just gonna keep looking off of ChatGPT because they're kind of cooking on some of these.
Keep
Yeah,
looking.
just keep
I guess.
ChatGPT, honestly.
Chat. Stance build versus performant builds. Which better represents a car culture? That's a goofy one.
In terms of like better representation,
Yeah, I guess
I think
so.
stance is probably better because performance is mainly like that's for like I don't know if that's necessarily car culture, but that's for like people who race. And I'm gonna be honest, it's surprising how many people like that actually do racing aren't car people. There's a lot of people that are like that.
I know.
Like they own cars, they'll have multi-million-dollar cars, but they don't really have taste or anything. So I think it's stance. And stance, I'm not saying stance is taste, but I just mean like it's willing to sort of be different. It's not just sort of like I think a lot of people like I'm actually I'm one of the people who isn't a big fan, but I think that's more about looks and stuff, and that's kind of the point of like the car community. They're
I agree
kind
with
of doing certain things to make it look better and more fun. So I'd say that's my take there. I've been yapping a lot, so I'll let you guys yap more yourself. My bad.
I could agree with that though. I like that.
Yeah.
Holy cow! These are some deep debates.
Like what?
It's asking me like really good ones, like actually like not.
Are you watching YouTube in the background, Cooper?
Give me a car debate questions that everyone argue. That's not how you spell argue, whatever.
They probably understand the idea.
Ooh.
Are they cooking?
Ooh. Ooh.
Spicy?
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Do I hear some spicy or what?
They're cooking some decent ones up. What's more important, looks or performance?
Ooh.
Both.
Nope.
Ooh, yeah.
Nope.
Both.
Valid.
Nope.
Both or none.
Nope.
Both or none.
Nope. No. It's either or right now. Okay.
Then I'm out.
that is impossible.
Well,
Yeah, that's very hard.
I know. If your car didn't come in a manual, are you even considering yourself a car enthusiast?
I mean,
Yeah, because you know,
yeah.
like my
You have the
dad
option of taking
is
a
generally into
manual in your
cars.
car.
A lot of cars, like he didn't have like my dad, like he was forced to buy other cars because he couldn't, like he had a family and stuff. Like he worked for 30 years and he was forced to buy
Hmm.
cars that wouldn't necessarily be considered enthusiast cars. And I think that's going to be how we are in the future. We're going to care
Well,
more about our family and
I feel like it depends
what's it
on
called?
it depends if you're buying a new car and you're a car dude. Like for example, let's say the GR Corolla, which the GR Corolla comes in
If
auto, right? Listen, no,
if you're
no, no,
taking
no,
a GR Corolla in
no,
auto,
no,
you
no,
better
no, no, no.
leave.
Listen. The GR Corolla comes in manual, right, or auto?
No.
I think it
No.
may. I don't know if it does, but if it does,
So,
if someone takes auto, I'm eating
if a
them.
cool car, like fun car, like whatever you want, and you have the options of picking manual, and if you willingly pick automatic, then I say you're not a car enthusiast, a true car
Yeah.
person. When it comes to a
Yeah.
when it comes to like a fun car, like like a track car, like a JDM car, like a muscle car, like something that you're gonna take out on the weekend for daily, sure, it could be different. But when it comes to like
Yeah.
weekend car, like you bring this out to car shows, and you decided to pick an automatic over a manual, then you're not a true car person.
Can I just
Yeah.
say there's some manuals that are just dreadful. So like if you're taking, I understand if you want to take the automatic, but then you go to a different car and find a better manual.
Done.
That's all. So then if you
Change car.
so that's
Change
how
car
you
like
counter it. So exactly, like the manual transmission could be dreadful,
oh
but
my,
you want the car and you want an auto, you literally look for an alternative.
oh my gosh, I got two good.
That's my idea.
Really, really good
Yes.
ones right here. 1, 2, or 3.
2.
2.
2, I guess.
Okay, it's kind of an iffy one. What's the most overrated car in history?
Oh,
In history.
GT3.
Yeah, fuck it.
GT3.
Mark 5
Mark 5 Supra.
or Mark 4.
No,
4.
Mark 4. Yeah, Mark 4. Yeah, I agree with that.
I actually can agree with that.
The
Okay.
JDM fanboys, the way that they picked that up and like glazed it, and just the fact. Okay, I'm sorry. The fact that that still sells for $100,000, like
No,
the
thanks.
GT3 RS, is like a $250,000 to $300,000 car when it goes for when it goes for 400 right now, and then the Mark 4 is like a basic sports car that goes from like 40 to 50 grand, and it doubled its value.
Yeah. I could agree with
That's why I say
I
that.
could agree with Cooper and Anthony with the Porsche GT3 RS. Yes, it is overhyped, which yes, I am a person who definitely says that I love the GT3 RS. But
You tell me in.
I just want to say I liked it before the hype, but anyway. But I think the Mark
I liked it. I liked it before. It was cool.
Yeah,
thought I was
exactly.
cool for liking it. The Mark IV takes it from me. I
Yeah.
mean, just how many times you see the super edits, just just all those.
Anime stickers on
Yeah.
it too.
Yep. Just anti like Rich. Don't be
I'm gonna
wrong.
be honest,
It's super cool, but it's way.
I think a lot of the people that like gas the GT3 RS up are just like funny because it's all like it'll be like 300 like $399,000, 999 is it's like for a house, and then it's like your current bank balance 399,999, and it'll be like the GT3 RS is 400,000. It just then puts
Exactly.
like the I need dollar is what I need. Like I just think that's funny. It's not necessarily like over, like sure it might be. I
Yeah,
just think that's kind of
Cringe.
it is those videos
think-
that I see on Instagram and I don't have TikTok, but YouTube. The people
Social
on
media.
social media make it hype. The car, the people. I would say like you could say the same thing with a Supra, but my opinion Supra is a bit different. But with a GT3, the people on Instagram make it hype. The car itself,
Yeah.
is hype,
Well, it's just the people in the media overdo
in my
it.
opinion.
I have an idea for the next topic.
You want to say? I got 2 more other good ones that are right here.
Here, can you tell me what those topics are? Because I'm curious what they are compared to what I'm gonna
One
do.
of them's about sort of.
Just read them
about-
out because I'm curious.
So first one is are Nürburgring lap times overrated of measuring cars' worth? And the other one is JDM still king or has Euro taken over? Those are the two questions.
Those are actually kind of mid question.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is yours? Because if yours is really good, I want to hear it.
One sec. I hate myself right now. I lost my train of thought. So this is actually painful because I had it was a good topic.
Do
Okay,
you
let me put
remember
my
what is
controller
it
in the
called?
game. I just completely blanked. I'm trying to recover right now. There, just give me a second. You guys can talk amongst yourself. I'm trying to figure out what it was. It was I have okay, no, this is good because this is going to be really opinion based. I figured it out. It's like what car was like super overrated. What car like did not like whatever that people thought was like going to be so cool and stuff did not live up to the did not live
Overhyped.
up to like or did the worst job of living up to the hype. It's like a lot of cars have been like overhyped before,
What
like when they
the-
first came out.
That's
What car did the worst job of living up to the hype before?
F80. F80.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
That's a good
Sure.
one, in my opinion. The F80 definitely take. I mean, I'm just trying to think of some right now, but the F80 is definitely high up there.
Cybertruck.
No.
Well, I mean, people
It
had no
was
hope for it in the first
It was gonna be
place.
trash in the first place, yeah.
People had, yeah. I feel like people like the way, like, kind of how it was conceived in the
I
first place was
Definitely
bad.
like tech YouTubers kind of glazed on the Cybertruck at first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And plus, Elon kept pushing it out there. Oh, wait more, 2 more months, 5 more months, a year and a half, 2 years, 3
yeah.
years,
So
blah, blah,
they
blah.
like it created so much anticipation that not many people cared about it. Like people thought it was cool like when it first came out, but then they just kind of
Like
and it just died.
like when I saw
It
my
was never
first
cool in
one.
the first place.
Hold on, when I
I
saw
think
my,
the idea behind it was cool, but
yeah,
Eh.
like when I first saw one, I'm like, oh my gosh, Cybertruck, and then it's just like, okay, whatever.
now it's just like everyday traffic. I saw two of them today when I was driving.
I could agree with the Max with the Cybertruck one. I just didn't really think they were cool. I think
I never really liked them.
I never really liked them in the beginning, so I would consider it because a lot of people were like talking about it, but I don't think it's it. I think the F80
I feel like it's
takes it for me because
I
that
feel
was
like it's
supposed to be
best among.
the Holy Car of Trinity. The next step.
I feel like
I like that.
I feel like the I feel like it I feel like the Tesla's best among non-car people. Like in terms of the general economy, whereas the F80 is like best among car people like that like it didn't live up to. You can catch my
Ooh,
drift.
ooh, I got a good one. Are we done with this one, or do you have
Yeah.
And then do you have any
kinda
ideas for like besides those?
Yeah.
Any cars that you thought of? Okay. Because I feel like that's a good topic and I feel like there are cars for that.
only some more cars.
I feel like that's a topic.
I got a decent one. So we all know the Lamborghini Urus. We all know the Ferrari Purosangue. Does McLaren need
Yes.
a SUV to compete with those vehicles, or do they
Nah.
need to back off and work
Nah.
on something else?
Nah.
Absolutely not.
Just
Even though
focus-
that's
I
what they're
think
already doing.
McLaren should just do what McLaren does.
Even though that's what they're already doing, that like the only reason why I'm fine with them doing that is if they want to make more money. Because the Audi, like Lamborghini and like Ferrari have made so much money off those cars that it's been like that's what kind of allows them, it boosts them towards making these
I feel like
I don't
crazy
think-
cars.
I don't
Lamborghini
think
would've started
Ferrari's
it.
made any money off the Purosangue.
I think it's appreciated a lot since it's been built. They're going for like 800 now. Somehow
That's a ripoff, bro. What the heck?
it is. It's like 600 to 800. You're paying for the price of a Roalto for the price of one of those. You could buy a brand new Roalto for the price of one.
Yeah, I think Lamborghini really started it, saying, "Hey, look what we can do," and then Ferrari follows up 5 years. It feels like a decade
Yeah.
later. Says, "Oh, look at us! And then I think after McLaren saw Ferrari and they're like, okay, maybe in my personal parent, and then I think McLaren just needs to be like, you know what, we need to
Is
back off.
McLaren actually making one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
Okay. I
That
heard
might be
Oh.
kind
What
of
I've-
cool.
I heard there was a concept
I've heard they
idea,
are.
but then I don't. I literally looked
It
at
was a
McLaren.
it was a concept, but like I'm not saying like they made like they did like general like renderings, but they said like I think they are. I don't think it'd be coming out for a while.
Let's see. Let's go on the McLaren official website here. Or no, the McLaren something else. The McLaren SUV seems to be we love it now, but it won't be built alone. A report.
Yeah,
So
that's what I've heard.
looks like they may. But I mean, I don't know if they really need to.
No, I just am okay with them because like that's again they've made so much money off those. Like Lamborghini made so much money off that, so that's why they're able to build like all these cars that we love.
Here's Car and Driver. Wait for it to load. McLaren wants to build a plug-in hybrid SUV.
That's what I heard.
No surprise, it means that they won't McLaren existing the carbon fiber, blah blah blah. So I guess they may consider. McLaren has several existing future former CEO. Cover wouldn't. Yeah, it's funny. The guy said he would never build the one. The co-owner, the CEO said they would never build a SUV, but then he's considering on changing his mind just because the pure song and the Lambo.
Yeah, and plus they're not even under like I mean they still have the same CEO, but they're not even under like the same group anymore. They're under like a like Indian banking, like oil industry now, I think, or like
It's,
not Indian, like South
it's,
America, no, Middle Eastern.
Saudi. Yeah,
Yeah,
Middle
Saudi.
Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that completely bought out the company because they had so much wealth. So it's kind of whatever they decide to do with it. They kind of they can kind of control the like tell the CEO like, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm trying to find any other good ones that. Ooh. This one is kind of similar to what we were talking about earlier, but it's a bit different. Should EV swaps in Classic be phrased or banned?
Banned.
And-
Classics banned.
Okay,
And
banned.
I like electric cars and stuff, but on a
Perfect.
classic car, no, get out.
Thank
Get
you.
out.
Should loud exhaust be banned from public streets?
No.
Of course.
Yeah, in certain ways. I mean, like it just like there should definitely be more regulation. They shouldn't have like just like, oh, your car's loud, you
Yeah.
can't do it. But like I feel like there should be like certain like decibels or something. Like if it's yeah, I feel like there should just be like it has to meet like a certain requirement, but you don't really have to pay too much. It's not like it'd be like sort of like a smog. But yeah, but it would just be something basic. It wouldn't be like anything crazy. They'd make it easy.
Do old cars really drive better, or is it just nostalgia?
Nostalgia.
Suspension.
Depends on what car.
It does.
Yeah, it depends on what car.
Yeah.
Like they have better suspension for sure than a lot of new cars, but like in
I
terms of
wouldn't
like
say
actual,
that.
it's like have you seen their suspension like to travel on like a lot of older cars? Like I'd say that's factual, but I mean like in terms of in terms of like actually driving, I feel like it's nostalgia. Like 'cause like you might
Depends.
like the way that they drive better, but I mean in terms of like the actual ride, I feel like that's not nostalgia. In my opinion, I'll let you guys take it away. Oh,
I think it just depends on what car. Honestly, depends. You know, like supercar
Yeah.
or like a old supercar classic, or is it just some old Mustang? Depends.
exactly.
Let's see. This could be a debate. Do takeovers represent call culture or destroy it?
Fuck no.
Destroy it.
Yeah.
Takeovers
There's-
ruin everything.
Okay.
There's no world where
Okay.
I think takeovers are cool or where I would tolerate them. It's just illegal crap that people try to justify.
Okay. I'm glad we can agree on that one. Are car influencers helping or ruining the scene of a car?
I don't know. I don't really watch them.
I mean,
I
that's
don't know.
a 50-50 one. I mean, depends. I
I'm-
mean, we're literally just talking about glazing over, the Porsche 3RS and the Supra, and then you got Doug DeMario. DeMario, shout out to him. Like, giving us more details about the car. I don't know. That's
The only thing that's negative about him is saying like, "Oh, don't buy these cars. Like these cars are really cool cars." And then sure enough, people like go and buy them, and like, they don't become like that. They become like overrated again.
Yeah.
So like he can like quite simply a lot of them like they're so impactful that they can change like public opinion.
Yeah.
So that's like the only downside. But otherwise, they like especially Doug DeMiro, they do a good job of like trying not or like whatever trying to take like put out as like realistic information as possible, and then yeah. So
Don't check. Are you really using it? I had this one good one. Where is it?
Bro.
Where is it? Oh,
ooh,
just
no, I just thought of that car for that like worse lives up to the hype.
huh.
Ferrari F80.
You were just saying that earlier.
Bro.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you say F80.
Oh my god, we like
did?
said it like
Literally said it.
5,000
Literally, like
times.
me. I think like all three of us, except
Oh no, I thought he meant the F80 M3. Oh, I
No.
don't know why I
What?
thought that, but I was like, yeah, I thought the F80 M3, and I was like, why would he say that? But okay, never mind. Now I understand. I was about to say, like, is that something? Okay, no, I'm confused. I genuinely thought F80 M3. I don't know why my brain went there. I think it was because we were talking about BMWs earlier. No, I
Okay.
didn't. No, I'm being genuinely honest. Like
Okay.
my brain just. I thought he was saying F80 M3.
This I got another one. Kind of goes back, kind of again, like what we said earlier. Does a straight line speed count as performance?
No, not really.
Not really. Yeah, and he should be able to like do some turns. I'd say now it doesn't. As much as I I go on long drives for a reason, and I go on like long. I don't like to drive on a drag strip for like an hour. That I will agree with.
I mean, I don't. Is Mazda Miata actually a girl car, or is it best driver award ever made? That's a horrible one. Never mind.
Okay, well, because we go in between, because I mean, like it could be a lady's car, but
Would you rather have one dream car or three decent builds?
Dream car.
Eh, 3 decent builds.
yeah, 3 different builds, and then you can sell, and then later on you can do whatever, but you can always get your dream car from there. So like 3 decent builds implies that like you're finishing them, and you might do something with them, and depending on what it is, that might make you happier than having like your single dream car.
Should government allow the prevention? Oh, I got some good ones, but these. Is the time set right on?
Dang it.
What game are we playing, Cooper?
I'm drifting on
All I hear is
BeamNG.
button mashing. Okay, I was about to say all I hear is button mashing.
Hold on. Just people stop my.
are really
I'm not
some dog crap.
button mashing. It's actually the wheel, but
Oh, you're
Max.
at your mom's house? I didn't know you had it at your
No,
mom's
no,
house.
I'm not at my.
Oh, you're back at your dad's. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were at your mom's. My bad.
Should car ownership be limited in overcrowd or overpopulated urban areas? What?
No.
What? No.
No.
No. Should certain car? What the heck? Why did I sound British?
Okay, I will say, okay, I actually do have something there. My grandparents complain about like people who own like tons of cars constantly because it takes up so much space on the streets. So I think like people simply just find a more better area, but I don't think it matters that much to be honest.
No.
I just mean like yeah, it just provides a lot of space on the street, like depending on the area.
Should
Like I mean, but you can always just move cars.
should certain car mods, including straight pipe exhaust or legal tunes, be criminalized?
No.
Well,
No.
I
I
guess they're illegal, so it's
no.
sort of. I don't think it's necessarily a criminal thing, but if they're like if it's like they've been warned and stuff, and what's it called, and like they've been pushing back on it, then you're just like not doing anything about it. Then maybe then like there's some.
Ooh. Ooh. Are EVs actually worse for the planet long term due to the battery production and disposal?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
They're
it could
not.
be.
Yes.
There's not. They're not.
They're
From
not.
genuine research, they're not. The
They're not.
compared to ice, they're not.
I mean, you still have to do like a bunch of labor to get up those like
I
stuff.
love child labor
Yeah, I
so
know.
much. Yeah.
No, I agree, but I mean, like, I've done like genuine research. It's changed.
Like
Like,
gas,
don't get
all
me
the
wrong, it's
gas
not
you're
changed much,
using,
but
and all
it's
those everything else.
but
it
but
goes up.
ice is still worse in a lot of ways.
I don't know.
I mean, it just depends on like the length of time, but yeah, it depends on like the way that they're doing it because there's certain companies that found a way to do it better, but if you're using like the old way, then sure, ice is better, but
I just don't think. I think EVs are a little bit worse in long term because of the.
Yeah, because they still burn coal for
Yeah.
energy.
I mean, they still use oil. They use, they use a lot of.
we'll use like lubricants, yes.
They use lubricant. They use lithium.
Yeah,
They still need
they still have.
The only
motors
issue is like
that-
they just have like what they have to find an efficient way of recycling them. That's kind of been the main issue.
Yeah, but I just don't think. I think EVs are worse for the long
Ice-
term planet.
They're not.
They are.
Depending on the way, they're not.
What do you mean? There's so okay. Then depending on the way, then what way is that then?
There's certain no. I'm being genuinely honest. There's like certain ways that they take care of it. I'll do some more research. I'll do some more research into it. But like companies are like developing technologies to figure out different ways of what's it called?
So
Going
once,
at it here.
once they find that out, then reconsider.
One sec. Electric
'cause
car.
the Teslas,
Pollution.
Teslas still use
car.
oil and all those lubricants, like from.
That doesn't really have, that doesn't have to do with pollution just because they use lubricants.
Still, I think the
synthetic lubricants. Yeah, they
yeah, they do.
yeah,
Full synthetic. Yeah.
pollution.
One sec.
Or
It says, yeah,
oil-based
in
lubricants,
some-
all the same.
Exactly.
In some cases,
Mm,
in
well,
some
this is-
according to a study, and it's in some cases they are. It just depends. It's like here.
I think long term because of you're using a lot of the machinery. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're literally it's the same thing with gas powered. I mean, you're using machines and hold on, let me finish.
It's a
Hold on,
really
let me finish. Needs to pump up the oil, to pump up the gas, like all that stuff. Same with electric. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying gas powered is better than electric cars. It's just the way they build using all the battery,
Yeah.
using the materials in the battery, using all the lubricants and oil and stuff. I just think, long term, the battery production and disposal is actually worse.
Can you read the question again?
Yeah.
Are EVs actually worse for the planet long term due to battery production and disposal?
Yes.
It is worse.
Which is yes.
I don't think they are.
For
I don't
short
think they are,
term, yeah.
but there's
driving day to day.
Yeah, short term.
I just don't think it's actually as big as a difference as you may think between gas. That's it.
Exactly. Sure.
I
For,
still
sure,
think
sure, sure.
it
For
is.
short term, yeah.
Just like I'll do like genuine. I'll actually do research into this, like when I have time. But I can't tomorrow. But I can I'll start doing research into this. But I don't think it is.
just, I know you're.
I don't think it is because you also have to worry about the disposal of it has nothing to do with us owning an electric car, but I know it's but I also think it's the same thing with ice. Whatever also disposal is easier of the materials once they're done. But
Yeah,
I think
don't
it's
get me wrong, I'm
still
not
I
saying.
think it's still better on I think it's still better on I think ice is still worse in a couple of ways.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
a little
no.
bit, but it's
Don't get me wrong. Those engines, ice. I mean, they're still bad. Don't get me wrong. EVs and ice are bad. Ice is bad right now. EVs are not that bad right now because if you have solar panels, blah blah blah. But overall, we're thinking about long term.
I know I know what you're talking about including disposal.
Just long term, not 5 years from now. In later, in a long time. I think it's worse.
No, No, Ben, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about disposal and stuff. That I still think I still if they have full on battery they I think they have I forget what it is, but they have specific ways of doing it, which it's still not great from what I've heard, but I still think it's a common. I still think there's I don't know. That's a genuine thing that I feel like that's a thing that actually hasn't been covered in the media enough because I don't know whether it's if we're able to have this
We lose.
debate about it in the first place. I think there's just not enough information about it in the first place there's just not enough information from the news and stuff to talk about it. So we need to I think that should be something that's covered at some point that an organization should talk about. That way it kind of brings into brings it to the attention of the common folk or just regular people because that shouldn't even be a debate in the first place. This should just be common knowledge for people. That way they can make whatever full on what's it called, unbiased decisions. So I think I still I still don't know.
Here, look. I search up are EVs making the Earth safer, and it says electric vehicles are not making the Earth safer because they're distributing cleaner, but they are distributing cleaner and more sustainable future. But while the production of EV batteries can emit more greenhouse gases than production of gasoline cars, the long-term environmental benefits of the EV, such as reducing greenhouse gas.
What source is that from?
That's just number one, U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
Look.
Look at this. Look at this stat right here.
Can't pull up your stream, including.
See if I could pull that up to this tab. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. That actually looks cool now. Made it bigger. I'm just saying, in this case. Short term, yes.
I'm doing some research right now. What's your
What's your
vehicles?
I mean, I just agree with you.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's not even an opinion. It's just a fact. Like, what is it
It's
or not? Is it or is it not?
no, it
And
could be a
there's still
fact,
not an
opinion.
It can be an opinion,
Not
yeah.
really.
It
it's-
can be though. I mean, it's
But
your
we just-
opinion, right? I mean,
Mhm.
you don't need to listen to everything off the website. I mean, I could say, you should only be vegan. I'm like, no, like don't care about all the sources behind it. It's my opinion. I want
Yeah.
to be, so all questions, all things can be opinion. Not everyone's gonna agree off of research and stuff. So
No, well, I don't know.
so I don't know. That's my opinion though.
Well, yeah,
And I
it's
think
just like
Cooper
that
and Anthony
shouldn't- that
agree.
shouldn't
So
be
no,
that-
but
that shouldn't be that shouldn't be something that is even an opinion thing. That should just be factual information or not. That's just my issue with it, because like that's just because this isn't even and again it's okay. Read the question again. So it's like I think if it's saying like what do you think, that means a lot of information has been
It's-
confirmed. Yeah,
it's
so there's not enough.
all it's saying is this: are EVs actually worse for the planet long term due to the battery production and disposal? It's talking about the production and the disposal of it. It's what the battery is.
Okay. Yeah, then that's just that's just a difficult topic because again that's not really opinion based.
It can be.
That's all I'm
It can
saying.
be though.
Once there's enough information proven, like it's like there's the whole
Yeah, but once.
I don't know. There's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a situation that's similar. I'm trying to think of something that's super like I'm trying to think of something that's but
And-
not like that's like not completely drastic. I'm not
Well, it's
I don't know.
everyone's it's everyone's opinion. It's different throughout each person. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just mean like I just don't think everything is an opinion. I think there's certain things that like there'll be like a stance like we'll go like with cars like a stance what's it called? Can stance like or just I don't know I had an idea up there, but I completely lost my train of thought. I just can't talk right now because I think I had like
Well,
distracted.
I gotta get off
I just-
because I gotta get up early tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Okay,
last
my,
thing-
my point there is
um,
just I just information put out. That's not going to be an opinion. That's just
Yeah,
going to be a
but
fact.
once-
But it seems like there isn't because there hasn't information conducted.
when they do
Yeah, like once there's like a full like in-depth
Yeah, but
study from like
right
from a bunch of
now.
organizations. But
Talking about right now.
right now, I still think
Disagree.
electric is better.
The saying goes, when pigs fly, I'll believe it.
Exactly.
That's
Anthony,
okay.
any last
That's kind of crazy.
No.
statements?
I just agree with you. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not, I guess, not enough definitive evidence to make a
Exactly, yeah.
conclusion.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's not enough to go either way. Because I want to make like I want to make a judgment that I think is like whatever. Oh frick. Are you kidding me?
I would argue that production of EV, kind of relating to the question, is, I guess, more unethical than gas cars just because the
Mhm.
rare earth, mineral production.
Yep.
Yeah. Well
I mean,
it's
it's
kind
the
of difficult to
thing.
justify like or like not for centuries, but I mean like we've been doing batteries forever. We've been doing ice forever now. And
I
it's just
think
kind
it
of
depends
yeah,
on
that's
like currently right now. Because we're not talking about when they come out with the information. It's just currently right now. It's like just people's opinions.
with the information that we're presented, what do you think pretty much? And I still think, yeah.
Well, that's how we're gonna end it off there. Good night, you guys. Thank you for another debate as usual, you three. Thanks for joining again. I mean, always fun as usual.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Thanks, Cooper. Thanks, Anthony. Thanks, Max. As always, again.
Yeah.
We'll have a stream.
Somewhere else, some things never change. I'll always be here.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'll call off for the night. So, thank you guys for joining, and see you tomorrow.